Hi folks, this is Nessa on Infinitely Zero's channel here. So I wanted to do a quick update and sorry I haven't been able to do as many videos. I've been very tired and trying to get back into the swing of things after coming back from the 2024 Denver crochet retreat that I went, and it was Tiffany Hansen, Crochet with Tiffany, was running the event, and she organized it, put it together. So I wanted to talk a bit about my experiences going there. I had a great time. It was wonderful. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for all the hard work that you put in, as well as her mother and her daughter were there helping her as well. Definitely, I'm sure she did plenty of hard work planning the event, as well as making sure that everything went well in the event, and it was just a wonderful time. The hotel was really nice. I had some hiccups with the flight getting there because the airport terminal when I was leaving locally didn't have electricity, so my flight was a little delayed. And then my flight back, the airport in Denver has a horrible, the security was just horrible for TSA. After 7 o'clock, after 7:45 at night, they shut down pre-check, which is quite frustrating. So you have to go in this really long line that reminded me of Disney, and you're like hauling your carry-on through all of that. So it was really exhausting and flaring up my pain. And I took a red-eye flight, so that really just wiped me out big time. So I had taken Monday off from work, and it just exhausted me, and I slept most of Monday, and I've still been really tired. So yeah, we had a lot of fun at the event. This was one of the items, as well as this in our welcome package. There were more items, but I'm not going to show them all. You got to come to the retreat next time, so you know. So we got really cool welcome bag. The first day we got to meet and greet and meet everybody. It was really nice meeting everybody and making new friends, or at least meeting the friends that I had already made from the crochet club in person. So that was very cool. And the event was starting Thursday, running Friday, Saturday, and ending Sunday. And then on Friday, what we did was, Tiffany had made packets for us. Plus, there was also a paper with our name on it so that everybody that was at the retreat could sign, sort of like a yearbook. So that's really cool. I'm not going to show it because it's personal. But we also had pamphlets where we were actually, two of the projects that we were doing while we were there was making sections for Warm Up America and making soap sacks for the Soap Sack organization. Both of those projects are charity projects. Tiffany actually provided her own patterns in here for 3 different squares for Warm Up America. And those are 2 of them. And then also patterns for soap sacks for that charity organization, and I'll go into more detail about that. That's the one with the moss stitch, and there was a granny square one. And the organizations also donated yarn so that we could work on these projects. I thought that was really wonderful of them. Oh, here's a great picture of the bottom. So yeah, so special thanks to Cascade Yarns for donating the yarn for the soap sacks, and Warm Up America for donating yarn to make the sections, for us to make the sections. So with our Warm Up America sections, Tiffany mentioned that we need to mail our finished sections to her if we didn't finish them during the retreat, which I didn't have a chance to finish mine. That we mail them to her before the end of August, and she's actually going to join them all into a blanket. And for the soap sacks, if we finished any while we were there, I got to finish one, and she collected it, and if not, now when we're at home and we finish them, we can just send them, to her and she's going to send them to the organization, or we can just send them directly to the Soap Sacks organization. So what is Warm Up America? I'm sure you're asking. So Warm Up America is within the US. They're based out of Texas. They're a nonprofit organization, and it's pretty much all items that are crochet or knit. They have their own site. They're a nonprofit organization, and they list on their site different other nonprofit places or other different locations that have different charities that have different need for crochet or knit items. So some things could be blankets, some things can be like hats or scarves or mittens, even soap sacks. So the Soap Sack organization works closely with, Warm Up America. So it's any of that type of need. They do different call outs during the year of, hey, we need these different items. They have their own Facebook group. Warm Up America does. So does Soap Sacks, where you can see different things that are going on. So with Warm Up America, part of that, they also do a lot of blankets. So folks can make squares for the blankets that are going to be donated. If you can't go ahead and make a whole blanket or don't want to make a whole blanket, you make these squares that are 7 inches by 9 inches. For example, like this. I haven't woven in my squares yet for this. This is the must-stitch pattern, but done with 3 color changes. This was Tiffany's pattern that she gave us during the retreat. So with those 7 by 9 inch squares, there are folks that actually make the squares. You can be one of those if you want to participate. And, or you can be a joiner. So there's people that actually join the squares, or there's people that, if you want, like I said again, to make your own blanket or hats or scarves. And then you can either send your squares to Warm Up America in Texas with a form that they have that you fill out the sheet, or you can send it to a local joiner in your area that has said that they're joining Warm Up America squares, and then you submit what you did to Warm Up America through a form. There's also if you donate, like let's say to the Linus Project locally, which is a project that I believe provides baby blankets to babies like in hospitals or preemies. They're located around the US in different areas. Let's say, for example, you made a blanket for that project and you donated it, then you can go ahead and send in a form to Warm Up America and let them know, hey, I did this blanket. You don't need to if you don't have to, but it's a nice way to contribute and to keep track. There's also, they provide, I believe it's a pattern. They have free patterns on their site, but they also have like a pattern bundle if you donate $50 or more. They have, if you donate $50 and say that they have this box that has 500 different squares that folks made. And then, you volunteer to put them together and then to donate them locally to different charities that they mentioned. They have different needs, or back to Warm Up America. I believe within this, you have to make sure that these blankets are not going to be sold for profit. As well as you can't, go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to grab, a bunch of these squares and then turn around and sell them. So if you want more information for that, or if I left anything out, please check out the Warm Up America site. I'm going to put their link to their site in the description box below. So I started this square when I was there at the retreat. But I wasn't able to finish it there, so I finished it here when I got home. So this was one of the squares. This is the Mountain and Peaks one. This is the one with the our little trees. So, oops, sorry. I guess it could go either way. So I finished this one here at home, as well as this green one. And I brought some extra yarn home with me from the event. And I still have some more, so I may make more squares and show them. They actually work up pretty quick. And then this is the moss stitch square one, which actually what I did is, so I didn't have those many ends to weave in, is I actually carried the yarn up by the sides for the different colors and then made a border. The pattern has a border for it, so then I made a border around it. And like I said, I did 3 colors and not 5. And yeah, and then last night I made some soap sacks. So I wanted to talk about that organization with you. So yes, if you want to participate, please go ahead and make squares or become a joiner or go ahead and find out more information. It would be lovely if you can contribute, because I know not everybody can go ahead and make like a whole shawl or make a whole blanket. But yeah, if every one of us made a little square, that adds up to a lot of squares really quickly. And these are the 2 soap sacks that I made. The other one that I made I gave to Tiffany before I left. This one is a dragonfly. I think it came out really pretty. These 2 patterns are available for free on the soapsacks.com website. Again, they're not, and I made a little handle for this. They're a nonprofit organization. This is like the V-stitch, and I made a little cord. The soap sacks need to be 4 inches by 6 inches, so that's 4 inches wide by 6 inches long, and made out of cotton yarn that's made out of cotton. I believe it could also be a cotton acrylic blend yarn, but they definitely need to be out of cotton because the purpose of these is that you put a new bar of soap in within its box and donate it. Or if you're going to donate it locally, you need to do that. Or you can also just send your, and they have tags too that you include with the soap sack. Or if you can also just send these off to the soap sack organization, and then they will put in a new bar of soap and donate it to local places to them that have need. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about them. This is the Soap Sack organization. This is their pamphlet. Like I mentioned, they're a nonprofit. That's their website, soapsacks.com. So the sack part starts for supporting a community with kindness. This is their follow-up contact info for their Facebook, their address, etc. I'm going to put the link for the organization in the description box below. I'll put the URL, the main URL that you can reach them. So this is part of the pamphlet. I'm going to read it to you guys. So they mention our vision is to inspire volunteers around the world to crochet, knit, loom, and sew soap sacks for donation to food pantries, homeless shelters, relief efforts, LGBTQ+ organizations, mission trips, social service agencies, and veteran clinics. This started in 2017. It's going on all over the world. And their sack volunteers have grown exponentially through the years with an estimated 450,000 soap sacks distributed globally. It has been a very overwhelming positive response. So you don't need to be, and there's a definite need for toiletries throughout the undeserved population, like throughout the world. So this is not only US based. You can go ahead and do this locally in your own country or city. So their website, they mention, they have patterns for making them, the templates for the labels, how to locate places to donate, video tutorials, FAQ, answers to FAQs, how to contact them and donate, etc. And that's the founder there, Stacy. And yeah, and she mentions there that folks who are on food stamps, which is a government subsidized program, they are not allowed to buy soap. So there's definitely, something that folks need and can get very pricey, especially when it's, a bigger family or you don't have those means or the cost of everything go up. So she mentions she's not looking to start local chapters, but simply encourage people to give back to their local communities with this small act of kindness. A handmade item gift is for those in need, becomes extra special while useful at the same time. And these are her partnerships with Warm Up America, Knit the Rainbow, United Way, Crafting Change, Crochet Guild of America, Crochet with Tiffany Hansen, Relief Crafters of America, Knit Picks, Annie's, Yarn Inspirations, Project Kind, Backpack for Life, or Kenya Drylands Education Fund. And that's an example of a soap sack. It's two examples of soap sacks with their tags. They have different colors of the month. This month is purple. So I know I got to meet Michi in person at the crochet retreat. So she mentioned that she was going to mention the soap sacks also on her channel. For me, if you guys want to participate, please go ahead. It would be wonderful. And if you do make your soap sacks, I request that you please send them to the address that they have for, the soap sack organization. It'll be on their website. I'll put in the description box below where they suggest that you mail them to, if you want to mail them to the organization. If not, you can contribute, you can donate them locally. And if you do that, please remember to include a new bar of soap within its new packaging within the box of the soap, where it's brand new and unopened. So they don't wonder, where did this soap come from? It could be new, but it's just kind of weird when you're getting something and you're not sure if it's new or not because it's still not in new packaging. So yeah, that's why they ask for the soaps to be in boxes. So if you could please do that. Because for me personally right now, it's just too much for me to collect these and donate them locally. And I think it's better for you guys to have your own sense of where the items that you made are being sent to. So yeah. So this is what we worked on the second day of the retreat. So back to the end of the first day, we got to dye our own yarn, which was very cool. Thank you. Yanessa showed us how to dye our own yarn. She sells hand-dyed yarn. I believe her company is called Euphoria Knits. Please look her up. It was beautiful yarn. So this is my first hank of hand-dyed yarn. It's wool. I can't remember how much the size of the hank was. It's a little one. It's a little mini hank. But it came out very cool. I'm very happy with how mine looks. And it's very soft and smells nice. It was very cool to have that experience and make yarn. And then we also had... oh my gosh, I just went blank on the name. We had on the second day, we worked, like I mentioned, we worked on the soap sacks. And we also had Morgan join us. And she was there all the days. She was on her spinning wheel, but she's also a weaver. So on the second day in the afternoon, she gave us a talk concerning, showing us how to use the weaving loom. She had a more portable one with her, a few more portable ones with her, and she demonstrated how to use them. So that was very, very cool. We had competitions, and we also had raffles both days. So the competition of the first day, Tiffany had bought some different baby blankets at different thrift stores, and we divided out into groups, and we were unraveling the blankets, and whoever unraveled the blanket the fastest, whichever group did that, won. One of the groups ended up with a bunch of tangled yarn because they weren't able to wind the yarn into balls quick enough, and they let it go, and then it all just ended up getting really tangled up, so that was a big mess. And the second day, the competition was to wind up a hank of yarn into a ball without using a ball winder and without using a Swift. I didn't participate in that one. The person sitting next to me, my friend, she actually did participate, but then she hadn't done it before, and part of it, of the hank, she didn't put on the back of the chair. So then what ended up happening was that some of her yarn got tangled. So I had to help her. So I decided to help her detangle. And then yeah, that competition was whoever was able to wind the yarn into balls from a hank the quickest won. So that was a lot of fun. That's pretty much overall. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a lot of activities. I got to work on some personal projects while I was there as well. Yeah, I'm like thinking, I'm like, I did show all the squares. Okay. I'm like, I showed all the squares. I showed my yarn. That one's backwards. There we go. And yeah, I think that's everything about the retreat. I think it was wonderful. Please, if you can, check out those organizations. That would be really cool. I'm going to try to continue making a few more soap sacks, as well as a few more squares before I need to mail them out. I will probably show the other ones that I've made in follow-up videos if I get around to making more. And yeah, and then the next thing I wanted to show, I did a little shorts video, so I figured I would show it anyways. Mama G Gear had a yarn Destash sale, and I had bought one of the items. So that was a bag of 6 skeins of this yarn. I showed the shorts yesterday. It's 100-gram Kato yarn, which is, I believe, 100% acrylic, and it's 60 meters for this amount, and I think it's a bulky, super bulky 6, so that's the info for it. It looks like it's hand wash, or maybe wash in 40 degrees Celsius and lay flat to dry. It's very pretty. And then I also got 6 skeins of this, which is Hometown yarn, 64 yards or 59 meters from Lion brand. This is the colorway Anchorage Ice, and it's machine wash and dry, 100% acrylic, 64 yards, 59 meters, 4 ounces or 113 grams. And actually it turns out that Lion Brand is having their sale on their clearance yarn, which is now discounted. And they actually have this colorway for sale. So if you're interested, this right now is on sale at Lion Brand's website. I believe they were having it at $1.79. I don't know if it's sold out yet or not. But if you like it, you should go quickly, because these tend to sell out quickly. I worked on a little gingerbread man that I am pattern testing. I'm not going to show him because it's too early. This was the Tiffany top that pattern design that I finished before I left. It's done with ice yarns. I talk about it in a different video. Sorry, it's upside down this way. This is the top part. I still have to weave in the ends. I'm going to gift it to my cousin because it's a bit big on me, and the colors don't look nice on they don't match my skin tone. It kind of washes me out. But I made a second one in burgundy, much smaller, using baby cotton from Ice Yarns, and that came out really nice. And while I was on the trip and on my flight getting there and back, I worked on this shawl and was able to finish it. It works up quickly, so. And I had a lot of time to wait at the airport. So this is how it looks like all full together. I think it came out very pretty. And the pattern is from Bag O' Day Crochet, the High Expectations Shawl. The yarn is Red Heart Roll With It Sparkle. I forgot how many yards are in the cake. I show that yarn in a different video. It was a different colorway. This is the colorway Cactus Flower. And it's a weight 4. I use the 6mm hook, and it's 100% acrylic yarn with sparkle stuff in there. It's like metallic sparkle. But I love this. I love how it came out. I think it came out very pretty. And I wore it when I was at the airport when I finally got there. The blanket behind me is this Study of Determination blanket. The pattern is from the Crochet Crowd. I've mentioned it before on my channel that I finished it like about almost a month ago now. And I used the Red Heart Super Saver Fruity Stripes yarn. And another project that I just recently started is from a Herrschners kit, which is Bewildered Baby Blanket Kit. I'm having a bit of an issue with the pattern. The pattern has some errors, or it's just weirdly written. So I may have to contact Herrschners to see if they have like a error correction page. So I wanted to try out the pattern. It's a whole kit. The kit comes with the different skeins of the Herrschners baby yarn, which is a 2-ply yarn, and actually it's on the thicker side. It's like working with a 3-weight yarn, but the thickness varies by the colors. Because this is the same yarn, but the variegated of it. I think this one's called Tea Time, the colorway, and this one is a lot thinner. And the pattern calls for an H8 5mm crochet hook, which I think works fine with it. And this is I started it in the middle of this week. This is what I have so far. I think it's coming out really pretty. Sorry, it keeps flopping. The pattern is labeled as intermediate. I would agree with that. And I believe there's some parts where you have to skip stitches and they don't mention that you do. So hopefully it comes out okay. I really love how the colors are working out, and it's coming out a lot prettier than I thought it would too. So yeah. And then I had started the kit, which was the Beauty Runs Deep kit, and I didn't like the purple, so I decided that came with the kit. I liked the purple. It was just too close of a tone to this brown color. So I decided to use a dark blue that I had here. That's a Herrschners dark blue color. This is Midnight on their worsted 8 yarn. And this is how it's looking so far with that dark blue. That's upside down. Sorry. It's this way. I think that's the reverse side. That is the reverse side. This is the right side. Maybe I'll get this right eventually. So yeah, so I really like how the colors are coming out for that. And a really nice pattern. If you don't buy the kit, Crystal from Bag O' Day Crochet has the video tutorial on her YouTube channel available for free. So if you do buy the kit, you have a free video tutorial that goes with it. And if you don't have money for the kit and just want to use some of your own yarn, just go ahead and start it and just use the video. And I believe she may also have the pattern for sale on her Etsy channel. I'm not sure if the pattern for this is on the Etsy or not, because she has some patterns and some she doesn't. But you can check it out. So that was everything I wanted to cover in this video today. Thanks so much for watching. If you like the content on my channel, please click like and subscribe. And hopefully, if you like the idea of a crochet retreat, you can go to one or, come to our next one. That would be fun. And yeah, I think that's everything. I have a few yarn unboxing videos that I need to film. So I need to catch up with that as well as other content. I still haven't had a chance to do my week 6 video for the swatch along. Please let me know in the comments below if anybody is still following along with that and participating, or if nobody's participating. And if you enjoy those videos or not, please let me know. And what else? And so I have a few unboxing videos I need to film and release. I didn't want to put too many videos all together all at once, and I have another one that I had pre-recorded that I still probably soon need to schedule out and share. So that's everything. Please let me know if you have any questions about the retreat. And yeah, and again, like I mentioned, I had a great time. It was really nice getting to meet everybody in person and getting to spend some time together. And I really hope that I can go in the future to future retreats. Okay, bye everyone. Thanks.